I'm coming on here to help those who are really in need of some direction at this time. Okay, now I have a few indications that this particular message is going to be for you. First and foremost, storms, either references of storms, it is storming where you live, you keep seeing things connected to storms, hearing about storm warnings, etc. References and experiences with bridges. Seashells, specifically the type that you can put up to your ear and hear the ocean. If you keep spilling things like liquid in your cup, or spilling anything, or dropping things. Seeing references to 2004 and 2017. Noticing the state of Texas frequently. Seeing more spiders or spider webs or even references to Spider-Man here lately. Recognizing more spirals and even like spin tops maybe. Keep hearing, seeing things about being honest, especially being honest with yourself. The color yellow, the color orange, the color red. Something about echoes, but not understanding what that echo reference is, how it's pertaining to you. Lots of attention drawn to angels, angel symbolism. Seeing a lot of celebrations happening, or getting the message to celebrate, or you will soon have something to celebrate. You keep coming across the same word, listen. Seeing turquoise, the infinity symbol. Strawberries, I don't know if I mentioned that. And you might also be noticing or drawn to a lot of shiny things, like glittery things. Yeah, glittery things. My lamp is flickering. Okay. So for this collective, the main message here is it is a pivotal time for you to take the time to pause in order to reflect and redirect your energy. Okay? Because in this moment, you are crossing a bridge that you are unaware of. And this bridge is in between an old identity or version of yourself and a newer identity or version of yourself that you're being called to step into. You're on this bridge now. In order to successfully cross this bridge, you are being asked to disconnect from group thinking. So we're all connected to morphogenetic fields. And when you are spending a lot of time on social media platforms especially, you become a part of specific morphogenetic fields where there are people that are behaving in certain ways, thinking certain ways, perceiving things in certain ways, etc. But social media within itself is a groupthink platform. There are algorithms that are designed specifically for you with the goal to capture your attention and to distract you. And as long as you are plugging into social media at this time, you will not cross that bridge anytime soon. Your perception has been clouded by this fog because you are consuming so much information on social media, and you don't even realize that you are like a puppet on strings being controlled by all this information you are agreeing and consenting to through engaging with it, reading it. That is your consent. It opens up a portal to whatever you're connecting with, and you become entangled with it. Okay? And therefore, your mind is influenced. Your thoughts are influenced. Your emotions are influenced. Your perception is influenced, and your decisions. And so, as long as you stay in this space, your mind is going to be so limited by whatever it is you are consuming. Alright? And this cycle is going to continuously repeat. Here's a spiral. Continuously repeat until you understand what is going on and you take a step back. Because for quite some time now, it'll be different for everyone. You've been being programmed with these suggestions, with the information you're being given through your subconscious. Your subconscious is absorbing everything and taking it on. And your subconscious doesn't know the difference between something read, thought about, imagined, and something real. And this has been causing you to go down unnecessary rabbit holes. And this is depleting your energy, leaving you in this energy where you are confused, you are having mental burnouts, you don't know what's going on, what direction to go in, or what you should be doing. And you're being guided to disconnect so you can clear all this karmic energy you've been agreeing to take on so it can fall off of you. Because as long as you are taking on all this, as long as you're consuming all this information, you're not going to cross that bridge into the new version of you. It's going to require you to take a step back, disconnect, step into your inner truth, your true authenticity, and honor that. So you can collapse out those timelines that you were never meant to be a part of. Okay? Now, I feel like this has really been happening more strongly. For some people, this has been happening since February. For others, it maybe began in March. Regardless, at this time now, there is more support from the different planetary alignments to help you break free. Big emphasis here on Saturn. Saturn just entered Aries, which is all about individualism, okay? Trying these, this supportive planetary alignment and transits that are taking place can really assist you if you work with the energy to get back on the right track, where you are working with these energies in such a way where you see how to ride these waves out of the storm you've been caught up in. Not only that, you become the frickin' storm. How? By embodying and listening to your truth within. The truth within you is a force of nature. It is powerful. Why do you think there are so many things desperate to grab your attention? Because your attention is a very valuable resource. You begin helping to co-create things that you probably don't want a part in. If you were to sit there and be honest about the information you're paying attention to and absorbing, consuming every day, you might freak out a little bit. Okay, so you're being guided to walk away. This looks backwards, but from my view, okay, it was like walk away from this energy. You're in this energy because there's an overconsumption of information and knowledge. Walk away from this energy straight into truth, your truth. That is exactly what is required for things to finally change and shift in a new direction. In such a way where, rather than, this is a 9 here, rather than being in this 9 of swords, which is like nightmare energy, fear, overwhelm, feeling frozen, not able to act, stagnation, into this energy of the 9 of Pentacles, inner security and stability. This is someone that can rely upon oneself and trust oneself to reap the fruits of one's labor. But you have to be willing to stand firm within your truth and build that inner resilience within you. If you're able to step into this energy, you will create the necessary balance here within you and outside of you to see things change. Things will begin to align for you. Things will begin to take off quickly. You'll finally experience movement where you have been just kind of spinning in circles, and when you stop, you're in the same place. So disconnecting from social media, ignoring it altogether, not reading all these updates, etc. Just let that stuff go. You don't need that. What's true for you? What are you creating? What are you choosing? It's time to get creative. This is a loud message to choose your battles wisely. Because whatever you give your attention to opens up a portal. And you are then connected to whatever is inside of that portal. And it's able to come through and connect with you. You're entangled as one. So if you don't like the portals you have opened through what you've been giving your attention to, things that are not benefiting you, but doing the opposite, close them by starving those portals. That means no longer identifying with all these energetic signatures that you're consenting and agreeing to, that you know you don't desire to invite in as an experience. Most of what you see on social media is not a prophetic message for you. If it has any ounce of fear in it, don't engage with it. If it has a storyline that is daunting to you, don't consent to it. Unfollow accordingly. Do a detox from your phone altogether. Spend some time out in nature. If you're able to disconnect in this way, and you will, if you truly want to be free, because you can be free if you truly want to be, you will then break out of this coding, this algorithm that you have allowed yourself to get lost within, that has kept you caught up in your head, focused in so many freaking directions, unable to make decisions because you're juggling so many things. and you feel like there's no way out because there are way too many options that you are, like, too many timelines you're reading into with the energy you are consuming. It's an overload. This is what you need to do right now. Disconnect and go within. Spend some time in solitude so that you can come back into balance with yourself. Only then will you move forward with a clear mind and a clear heart, knowing which direction you're going to go in, which is towards the sun. Happy, bright days. If you are able to do this through breaking out of perceptions that were fed to you, influenced cleverly into your mind, you will then see that the smoky mirror begins to clear. And this will allow your inner masculine energy to truly step into power, where you're finally making a decision and sticking to it. When you're making your own decisions and you're sure about it, you're able to rise above all those illusions. Most of those illusions are rooted within lack and poverty mentality. Feeling the need to chase after the next bit of information, the next energy update, what's going on here, what do I need to do? You hold those answers. So when you make a clear choice mentally to begin changing these habits, get real honest with yourself about how you're spending your time and where you're giving your attention, you're able to mend that bridge that you're on and cross over to that version of yourself you've been called to step into. Then you can begin utilizing your creative life force energy in your very own way for yourself in directions you want to go. You're no longer cluttered in your mind with all of this unnecessary information. So now there's space for expansion of your consciousness, where you're now able to think outside of the box, seeing solutions and open doorways where previously you could not see because you were so full of all this overconsumption of information. I want to make this clear. Your imagination is far more powerful than any amount of knowledge or information you could consume on social media, listening to podcasts, anything externally. Your imagination is key to converting possibility into actuality, which you have not been able to do because you've been so distracted with your eyes on your screen in front of you right now. Yep. Nobody's holding you back. Nobody's casting spells or hexing you. It's you consenting and agreeing to this mass confusion you find yourself spiraling in. So, you're being asked to beat this system. Beat the system that was cleverly designed to influence you in a very invisible manner where you most likely would never become aware of it. It's so subtle. Why do you think you mindlessly scroll? Because it's pulling you in. It's influencing your mind to do so it can continue to program your mind, control your thoughts, your perception, your emotions, and your decisions, and therefore your actions. You can beat the system through really tuning in and tapping in to discover the true divinity within you, because if your mind is so powerful that external things are making it a goal to capture your mind's attention. That must mean you have a very, very powerful mind and imagination that wants to be harnessed for some reason, some important reason. You must be capable of something big. So why not go within, play with the power of your own mind, and see what you're truly capable of? That's what you're being asked to do. That's going to get you out of this loop. Going to get you out of this storm where you are no longer caught up in this storm. You are now that very storm, knocking down all of these unnecessary obstacles, layers of confusion and illusions, and you're able to perceive clearly. You're able to be sovereign in your own being, choosing by honoring your inner truth and inner voice. You don't need anything or anyone outside of you to tell you anything. However, you do need you. And now it's time to listen to you.